I want to talk to you guys today a little bit about comparing insurance premiums and comparing the cost of insurance, specifically for business insurance. I mean, this applies, what I'm about to tell you applies whether you're talking about business insurance or personal insurance. But for the sake of today, I really want to talk to you about business insurance. And I have a story. Because of course I have a story. Don't I always have a story? Anyway, so there once was a gentleman, and he purchased a business, an existing business that had been in existence for a very long time. And when he purchased that business, he, of course, came to me for insurance. And this was right before COVID hit. So he was trying to get this business off the ground. He wanted minimal cost. And he said, Kelly, I just want the cheapest. Well, COVID hit. He never even got out the gate. He was considered non-essential. And so his business was on the lockdown. Like many of us, he wasn't able to operate. So he had to wait. Well, when things lifted a little bit and he was able to get his business up and going, he had taken a financial hit because he had sunk money into purchasing this business, and then he was unable to work in it. So he was struggling a little bit, and he said, I just want to wait as long as I can. I don't really think I need insurance. So I don't want to spend the money right now. Okay, not much I can do about that, right? So he goes along his merry way, and a few months later, a couple months later, not quite a couple months later, but not too long, because he wasn't shut down for very long, but there was a little bit of time in there. So he reaches out to me again and says, Kelly, my local government says I cannot operate business without insurance. So I just want the cheapest. I don't want extra coverage. I don't even think I need insurance. So I just want what's going to let me work. I said, okay. I wouldn't be an insurance agent worth my salt if I didn't at least explain why that's not a good idea. But this is the land of the free, so I'm going to give you your options. So of course, I let him know, what it is that he should have, and then I presented him with what he wanted. And wouldn't you know, even that wasn't good enough. So this particular gentleman, he wanted his rates even lower. And I have to tell you, as an insurance agent, I don't have a magic wand. I don't control the premiums. There's nothing I can do other than present your information and get premiums for you. So I don't set the price. None of us agents do. So anyhow, he didn't like the premium. And the reason he did not like the premium is because the gentleman he purchased the business from had told him that his insurance rates were way low. So I thought, let's take a look at that. Let's examine that. Let's examine why that happened. So one of the reasons why you cannot compare your insurance premiums to someone else is there's these things called rating factors, and everybody's rating factors can be different. Some of the things that contribute to rating factors are, in this particular story, the existing business was in business for many years. And that particular gentleman who owned it, he had had his insurance with the same company all those years. So he was given a loyalty discount. So that already made his premiums lower than the gentleman who bought the business. Also, the gentleman who owned the business had not had any claims. So he had zero losses. That works in his favor to help his premiums. The other thing is that he was not a new venture. He had been in business for a very long time. When you are a new venture, things are different. So then there's things like addresses. Did you know your address, your zip code, can literally make a difference in your insurance premium? So there's many different things on the back end which underwriting handles that goes into your premiums. If you're hearing all kinds of things, those are notifications on my computer, so I apologize, ignore those. But anyway, so what I wanted to tell you is, when it comes to insurance, your insurance premium and your insurance policy is as unique to you as your fingerprints. One person can have a premium of $1,000 and the person very next to them with the same company, same type of business, same kind of policy can have a different premium. And unless you're involved in that back end underwriting and know what went into that other person's premium, you can't compare yours to theirs. It just doesn't work that way. And so the same thing goes for personal insurance. You might have, let's just say you have a 2000 Honda Accord and your mother has a 2000 Honda Accord. And you say, well, Kelly, for her, her insurance is only $1,200 a year. But for me, it's $3,200 a year. So you are two different people living two different lives, regardless of the fact that your car is the same. You don't have the same situations. Insurance is situation based. It's a case by case scenario. So you can never compare your premiums to somebody else's. So I hope that helps, because it's a very common question I get asked. Kelly, why is my premium different than somebody else's? Happens all the time. I hear that question a lot. So hopefully, maybe I've given you some ideas as to why your insurance premium might be different than someone else's. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday.